Maar,
Hallo Jacques, hoe gaan het?
dankie. We've got one participant on already, requesting the rest to join.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Jacques. I see it's now 7 o'clock, so we can most likely start.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be the technical facilitator, so if everyone's got anything, please drop me a message if you're not hearing us or there's something is going wrong. We are recording the session. A big bunch of attendees have stated that they'll only be attending at a later stage, so watching the recording. So we are recording the session and it will be posted to the Cluttersville Housing Project website. There will also be communication post this webinar that will be sent out for you to complete, which includes a quick risk assessment and a survey that we will ask you to complete during the session. I see there are still people joining, and I'm going to hand over to Meyer de Waal that will be facilitating and presenting today's session.
Thank you very much, Jacques. Thanks a lot for everybody being here. I hope let's check if you can see my screen at the moment, the Stellenbosch Cluttersville information webinar. Can you see that? Then we can get going, so that I don't have a wrong screen on the system.
We can see your screen.
Thank you very much. Thanks for everybody for being here. We're a small group, but we might be growing, and also we'll be recording this. So I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Meyer de Waal. I'm a property attorney. And I've also got Jeffrey Lewis part of the discussion today. He's been sitting in the consultations, individual consultations. And the big question is obviously, why are we here? So if we go back to a few months ago, we had to prepare for a tender that the municipality sent out. And in terms of this tender, we were awarded the task to actually meet with the residents of Cluttersville to engage who is keen to buy property, who is keen to apply for a government subsidy. And we send out various information pamphlets to a lot of people. And the municipality, as we said, awarded a tender to us to look for suitable service, to find a suitable service provider, and that's now us, to undertake a market study in the gap housing in Cluttersville and identify potential beneficiaries who can also qualify for FLISP or First Home Finance subsidies. So this was the task that was given to us. Initially, they mentioned that there's 19,600 people on a waiting list and that we need to involve most of everybody that we can, obviously, to determine how can they qualify to buy a property, how can they access subsidies, and how can they take the step forward. So thanks a lot for everybody being here today. I'm going to go through my presentation that we prepared, and then we're going to open up for questions and answers after that. So you'll see that the municipality also then posted the initiative that we launched with them on various social media platforms, and they sent out the information to a lot of people. So Jaco was instrumental to set up a website for us that a person can go onto the website and engage with us. You can actually also then book a meeting. You can also then schedule that you will be attending one of these information sessions. So Jaco, thank you very much for all your input and assistance. It's really been very helpful. So it all comes down from that we've been involved in housing since I started my legal firm way back in 1988. And this is where we were assisting people to see how can we actually help a person to buy their own property. A lot of people are trying to buy a property, but I always use the narrative that if your parents didn't own a car, most likely they are unable to help you, to give you driving lessons. You've got to go to somebody else. And the same applies when we have workshops. I often put up the question to the community that's attending and saying, who of you grew up in a house that your parents owned your own house? So the same applies if you lived in a rental property. It's very likely that you will need assistance and information how to go about to buy a property. There are so many aspects in respect of buying property and looking at the credit score, looking at affordability, that it's quite a maze of information that you got to work through, and we are here to try to simplify it for you. So number one, everybody that attends today will share with you the A to Z guide, how to go about to own your own property. This is the team that's been working on the scenes, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. That's Maya de Waal, myself. Daniela Papa has been very instrumental in communications. We've got Letitia, which is head of our property division. Cheryl's been involved in workshops. Francois is working on the subsidies. Herman has been very involved in workshops. And Jeffrey Lewis has been very involved in workshop, and Ontario as well, until she had to go back to attend to her ill mother in the Eastern Cape. But this is very much the team. And then Jaco as well, that's hosting the technical support this afternoon. Jaco, thank you very much for all your help. So our discussion today will be looking at your most important profile. And I had the same profile when I did a workshop for a young and a lot of upcoming chefs. And I asked them, what is your most important profile? And they're looking at Facebook, they're looking at Twitter, and looking at all types of profiles. But for me, the most important profile is your credit score. Now, there's quite a couple of bureaus that look at your credit score, like TPN and Experience, and all of them will actually make marks against your credit profile if you pay your accounts late or you don't pay your accounts. And your credit score at the end of the day becomes your barrier or your entry to be able to own a house. Because a credit score will tell you a lot about who you are and what you are when it comes to handling and paying debt. So I always, and particularly in this example of dealing with students that are in the catering business, there's always a saying, never trust a skinny chef. And almost the same applies when you are applying for a credit score. When we don't have enough information on you, then you're going to sit with a situation that nobody can really judge your ability or your propensity to pay back your debt. So you might be in the red region where we say not enough information about you. Then you also may end up with a high risk where you are really demonstrating to the outside world that you can't pay your debt, you do not pay your debt, you don't have a means to a debt, or you kind of just like lackadaisy about paying your debt and you really don't care about paying on time. Now the same applies when a person is lending money to a person with a high risk score. They'll put a big question mark behind your name and say, will this person pay me back the home loan if I give this person 300 or 800,000 rand that they've got to pay back? The same applies for medium risk and medium to low risk. And everybody will think that, can I really lend this person money? Will this person, the money that they borrowed, be able to pay back? And for us, in our language and our discussion, we entertain a lot of high-risk people, we entertain a lot of medium-risk people, and we also obviously entertain people with a low risk. These are people that are not over-indebted. They haven't taken up too much debt. They haven't taken up payday loans where they have to pay back every month. They have to pay back more money, and they get trapped in debt that they can't actually have enough money to live off or to pay the rent. But for us, we never stop the journey for anybody to stop dreaming to own their own house. We say that even if you've got a high risk, even if you've got a medium risk, we will walk the journey with you and we'll assign a personal budget fitness trainer for you. This personal trainer will do a free risk analysis of your budget, your income, and your expenses, and then we will assist you to actually work out a plan to reach your end destination. The end destination is you're able to buy your own house and to own your own house. So if I look at the way how credit scores are structured, then you can quickly realize that it's payment history, it's amount owed, that counts to 30 plus 35. It gives us 65% of a credit profile. When you look at the length of your credit score, it doesn't help that you just yesterday went out and opened up credit accounts, because all of those free components there that we have is adding up to a lot of on your credit profile. It's 80% of your credit profile. Obviously new credit and the types of credit that you use as well. So part of our education information that we share is also to show the difference between good debt and bad debt. Now good debt can be used to buy a property. Good debt can also to buy a car. But a good debt can also be to buy a bad debt can also to be buying a car when your first priority is just to buy the most expensive, most fancy car because you really want to look good in the community and your friends, and you don't realize that this car repayment is actually putting a handbrake on your ability to buy a property because it drains your income every month. We had people that we were assisting with a rent to buy structure and they can't even pay the rent because their car repayment takes such an amount of money out of their budget that they can't pay the rent. Now obviously they want to actually progress to become a home buyer, but until they have paid off their car, they are stuck in a rental trap. They are stuck that they're only able to pay 1/3 of the rent that they can pay, and we have to help them with mentoring and rearranging their their debt, that their credit scores can improve. So it's very critical to understand, and as I say, your most important profile is not your Twitter or your X profile that you have, but it's really your own credit profile. So part of our journey is to first analyze your credit score. And as I said, if you have a low credit score, if you have a thin credit score, if you have a bad credit score, don't give up hope to own your own house, because we are here to give you, with the assistance of a personal trainer, the guidance, the tool, and the helping hand to help you to improve your credit score, because we really want to move your credit score from red into green, because this is when the bank will trust you to lend you money. This is where you can take up debt as well yourself to be able to understand that I have enough budget in my money, my bank account, money every month left, but I can pay back my debt. We never want to force a person into a situation where they take up too much debt, they buy a property that's too expensive, and they can't live anymore after that. So coming back to that, we need to understand what are the free ingredients, and this falls very much into the narrative of talking to people that are creating very nice meals for you to eat. They are up and coming chefs. But again, that applies so much. The ingredients for a home loan application, we've seen that the first one is your credit score. A low or a red credit score can sink your application. The next one is your affordability. How much can you afford to pay back every month? Now, on average, on a thumbs up, if you go to a bank, the bank will look at 50% of your income. So if you earned 15,000 Rand divided by 3, that's 5,000 Rand a month. Now you're going to look at repaying that home loan over a 20-year period. You can look over a 30-year period. And now you can work out what is the current interest rate that the banks are charging on home loans. If you have a good credit score, hopefully you can get away with a prime lending rate of 11%. And now you've got to work out how much home loan can I get for my 15,000 Rand. That will be 5,000 Rand a month repayment. On average, let's take a quick calculation on 500,000 Rand, on 5,000 Rand per month, you're looking at about 480,000 Rand. Now, the beautiful part of that is that there's extra money that's lying available for first-time buyers, and that comes in the range of the first home finance that used to be called FLISP subsidies. Just as a quick indicator, if you earn 15,000 Rand, you can get 86,000 Rand from a government to put down as a deposit. This is money that you're getting for free from a government. You don't have to repay it back. You have a restriction normally that you can't sell the property for 8 years unless you go back and get permission from the government. But it's a fantastic enabler to help people to actually put down a deposit, which makes you look better in front of a bank when you apply for a home loan. It brings down your home loan. We're going to show you a little bit later on that. So what we are asking everybody that signs up in our program is to actually sign up online on our forme.tech platform. Then you'll be able to get a quick view on your own credit score. And now we remember that we're dealing with a red credit score or an orange score or a red score. And we never stop the dream for anybody to help them to own their own property. So even if you've got a red score, we'll help you with a personal trainer that will do a free interview for you to determine your credit score, your affordability, your debt that you have. Are you maybe paying too much back onto your debt? We can restructure. Jock, while you're still here, you've done some help people today with your team actually help people to analyze their credit scores. Tell me if there's one particular client that actually stood out, how much you helped to reduce the debt. Can you give us some feedback on that, please?
So the client was paying 21,000 Rand and we got it down to 12,000 Rand per month. That makes a big saving and opens up a big affordability and creates a pathway towards home ownership. There was also another client that was a lot more in debt, in very deep trouble on their way to sequestration. We got that where they were going to pay down the debt with no limit in stake. The debt was almost doubling every now and again. They were sitting at 8 years to pay down. And this is not her house debt, which is a good debt. It's bad debt. We got that down to 4.5 years, meaning that at least you've got a road, and the amount that you're paying is then set for that period, meaning you've at least got an opportunity to get out of that pathway. And I know it's not an easy road and it's not the sexy road in terms of home ownership, but unfortunately that's something that sometimes you need to take. But it's only a step, and those steps, there have been people, Meyer can mention other cases, but that is a roadmap where we've helped people get to a point where they are homeowners today, having taken a little bit of time to assess their finances and then finally sort it out.
Thanks a lot, Jock. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so what we say, we provide a full comprehensive service. We're not like, often we deal with banks, and I'm not bad mouthing banks, but they often go to a information session day, and then they quickly look at all the good clients, and they say, come with me, and we will score you, we'll do your credit analysis, we'll do your affordability analysis. But for people with a red or orange score, they say, sorry, I can't help you, and we're only looking at the good scores. For us, we're really looking at building a long-term relationship with everybody and help everybody that says, I really want to to own my own house. I'm prepared to sacrifice. I had people that say, you know what, I've got 2 cars. I'm actually going to sell the 1 car, settle my debt, and I'm going to use that because I can buy a car again once I have a house for my family. And that's what we want to achieve at the end of the day. So even if you've got a bad score, if you've got an average score, if you've got no score, we are there to help you. So when we're looking at good debt, we're looking at bad debt. Now, bad debt can be buying things that makes you feel good at the moment. You've got fancy clothes. We see often these traps to trap you into debt. Black Friday. So you go and borrow money to be able to buy stuff on Black Friday. Good debt is buying a house, is buying a car that's not too expensive, that takes you to work, that helps you to earn income. It can also be a study loan. There are so many cases of good debt versus bad debt. One of my colleagues said that he was shuddered in his shoes one day when he's standing in Kentucky, and the people asked him, how do you want to pay? And he said, please put it on 6 months. Now that is the most horrible type of debt when you buy fast food and you put it on a payment structure. So that ought to be actually banned. So often we find that people apply for a home loan and then the home loan is declined. And then often they get very upset and they say, well, the system is against me. And one of our colleagues, actually, Anele, he coined the phrase where he says, your journey to own your own house has got a flat tire. Now, the same applies. If I travel from here to Stellenbosch from Cape Town and I pick up a flat tire, I do not abandon my journey and stop the journey. I actually fix my tire. Maybe I have a canister that I can put some densifier into the tire. Maybe I actually have a spare wheel that I can put on, but I don't stop the journey. And this is exactly the same. With a credit score, if you've got a bad score, don't stop your journey. We don't want you to end up in the dustbin and say, your application lies in the dustbin, sorry, bring me the new application. From us, we fix the tire. We refer to debt repair that Jacques has been discussing now. If your credit score moves on to a green score, it may take you 6 months, it may be 2 years. We want to avoid those situations where it takes you 8 years to actually be able to fix your credit score. We're trying to improve it with the right advice and the right analysis. So we use it similar to like going to the gym. We say we're going to assign for you a personal budget fitness trainer, and that personal trainer will cost you 150 Rand a month. This personal trainer will help you to analyze your budget, to work through your affordability issues, work out what's the best rate to keep you and get you fit. We'll help you to budget. You use your mobile phone to capture budget, discuss your budget with your personal trainer every month, but you understand where are you going to, what you're spending your money on. We always say that if you don't have a budget, you always sit and worry, what happened to my money? If you have a budget, you direct your money where to go. That is combined with a housing education information that we pass on, and we've got it broken up in various models. That's not too much to learn and to take in. And we always want to say we want to help you to remove this heavy burden of debt, that you become fit and strong and that you can actually manage your debt. So we've looked at Cluttersville, and I really was amazed when I saw how expensive properties in Stellenbosch in the Cluttersville area is. We're looking at a 2-bedroom apartment costing 609,000 Rand. Now, to pay back 609,000 Rand is a lot of money, because you're looking at 1/3 of your income. So if you want to pay back about 6,000 Rand a month or 7,000 Rand a month, you will earn 3 times that amount. Luckily, there are first-time buyer subsidies, but that income is capped at the income range of 22,000 Rand a month. I looked at other areas in Nitgevonden, where it's selling for 947, that's neighboring Cluttersville. When I looked at apartments, 1 bedroom is selling for 380,000 Rand. When I looked at another office, that we were selling for 2-bedroom apartments for 599. So that is the reality that we are in Cluttersville. We are bordering Stellenbosch. Prices are going up all the time. I've looked at some graphs where I looked at recent sales. You can also go and do the homework yourself. I looked at properties that are selling in Cluttersville for 2.1 million, 1.6, 1.7. So Cluttersville is moving up. And you can either stay where you are and wake up 8 or 10 years later and I say, you know what, I wish I bought a property in 2025. A recent example is a friend of ours called Melvin. And Melvin is a freelance artist. And it's difficult to get a home loan when you're a freelance artist. Now, 30 years ago, when we met Melvin, very soon thereafter, I introduced him to a client of mine that's selling properties. He bought his 2-bedroom apartment for 290,000 rand. And even Melvin was telling me, yeah, but I'm buying this expensive property and you're pushing me into a property investment. And I really don't feel, because I'm an artist and I want to live free and all that stuff. At the age of 75, Melvin realized that he actually needs to move in with his partner. They've got to consolidate their living expenses. So Melvin then put up his 290,000 rand apartment that he bought many years ago. He put it up for sale and he got 3.2 million rand for that property. Now, all of a sudden, Melvin is not a poor person there living on the scraps with no income. He's now got 3.2 million rand that he cleared out of the transaction, 3.1 after commission was deducted. We helped him to sell the property. He's now living the life of a millionaire. He's got enough money now to invest, to live off. He's moved in with his partner. They're living together now. And all of a sudden, he's got peace of mind. He's got a good investment. He made a fantastic investment. So property initially to start, yes, it's expensive. You pay more than what you will pay on rental. If Melvin continued to rent an apartment that he paid X amount of money for, every year that rental goes up with 8 or 10%. So if you look at 30 years going back, times 10%, 8% every year, he would have lived in an apartment now, or he wanted to live in an apartment that was unaffordable for him now. Now he was able to sell the property, take that money. I'm using the same example for myself. I bought a property 15 years ago, and I put in a tenant, and that tenant paid off that property of mine after 12 years. So, because I was using all the rental that I get to pay into the home loan, after 12 years I went back to him and I said, you know, Mr. Smith, I want to give you a bottle of champagne. He said, why are you giving me a bottle of champagne? I said, because you just paid off my flat. No, I didn't tell him that. He would have been very upset. What I told him, I just said, you've been a fantastic tenant, and I would love to keep you on as a tenant for the next few years. And here's a bottle of champagne to say thank you for being such a nice tenant. What I did with that apartment is that my daughter wanted to go and study overseas in Amsterdam, and it's very expensive. So after my bond was paid up, I managed to raise a bond again through that same property, and I took that money, and she's completed the studies in Amsterdam. Do you guess who's now paying for her studies? Not me. It's my tenant is paying my daughter's studies off, because he's paying off the second home loan that I took, and it doesn't cost me a cent. So I always say property's got to work for you. In Melvin's case, the property is working, that in his retirement he was able to sell it. He could even use that money to rent another apartment, which will be easy for him to pay because he's got enough rental income. In my case, my daughter is studying, and she completed the studies. She's got a great job in Amsterdam now. So looking at the stats that are coming through, these are all stats that are available on the internet. You go onto Property 24, you go onto Lightstone. We urge everybody that wants to buy a property to become an expert in the concept of buying property. Same as buying a car. You're not going to drive to the second-hand car dealer or the new cars and just buy the first car. You do a lot of research, you study the market, you understand what's going on, because you don't want to buy a property in an area where there's no growth. Here we can see how the market changed over many years, because sometimes the interest rates went up when people are hanging on to their properties. Sometimes interest rates are very attractive for buyers when the market goes up again. So you always got to time your buying process in such a way that you don't buy in a very buoyant market, because when you are paying too much, maybe you also don't want to wait too long and then the prices go up. So that's why all this information that we are sharing with everybody comes from years and years of experience, and we invite everybody to participate in that. There's information that comes from the deeds office, how the property prices have escalated in Cluttersville. So there's a lot of stats there. I'm not going to really go too deep. So if you look at what's happening in Stellenbosch, how much must I earn to buy my own property in Cluttersville? Now the first question that comes up, what is there to buy? What will the government or the municipality roll out for us? How much type of must I earn? What am I going to pay for the property? And the real answer for everybody out today is that we don't know. The municipality also don't know. And that's why they appointed us with years of experience and technology and software to meet with people in Cluttersville, to have a conversation with them, to say, please tell me about your situation. How much do you earn? Oh, I see you earn 8,000 Rand a month. Do you have a partner or a spouse that also works? Yes. And then let's add your partner or your spouse, or maybe even a child, to add that person, or your living partner, add that person to your buying power. Look at the credit score of yourself and your buying partner, or your spouse or your child, combine that income, and then also bring subsidies around. So, just as a matter of interest, I worked out one or two examples. On the price of 500,000 Rand times 11% interest, you can pay back a home loan over 20 years, or you can pay back a home loan over 10 years. So I worked out two scenarios, and we said, if I have to pay back 500,000 Rand, I need to earn 17,000 Rand. If I stretch my home loan over 50 years, it will only be 15,000 Rand a month. But remember, you are taking now 10 years extra to pay back the debt. Now we bring in a first home finance subsidy. So if we're looking at a first home finance subsidy, we can get on 17,000 Rand, 69,000 Rand subsidy. If we're looking at a 15,000 Rand, we get 79,000 Rand 400 subsidy. So this is money that the government is giving you for free, and you can subtract it. So now we're looking at 500,000 Rand. We say, let's subtract 69,000 Rand. We end up with 430,000 Rand. So it's much easier to qualify for a smaller home loan when you are applying for a home loan, rather you go for 450, because you're introducing your subsidy and you're applying for a smaller home loan. So the repayment on 430,000 Rand is now much less. So there you're looking at 11% over 20 years at 4,446. But also remember, if you pay back a home loan, you own a property. You've got to pay back rates and taxes to the municipality. You also most likely going to insure your property, because if it burns down, you don't want to be stuck with a property that you can't replace. Then I worked out, if you buy a property for R1 million, we're looking at 20 years, we look at 50 years, there you've got to earn 34,000 Rand, and over 50 years, 31,000 Rand. Unfortunately, you won't be able to qualify for a first home finance subsidy, because the cap for a subsidy is 22,000 Rand gross combined income of both parties. Now again, if you don't earn enough, we look at the old TV program that you had with a quiz, call a friend or a family member. So we say, bring in a friend, and we had that actually in Mossel Bay, where we're busy with a project. We met a lady there that's working as a security guard. She lives with her daughter in a Wendy house that's leaking, that's cold, that's wet. And we said to her, why don't you buy a 2-bedroom house in Mossel Bay for 429,000 Rand, and you can combine your income, and the two of you then can qualify, because you're earning together 13,000 Rand. You can also add your first home finance subsidy, and combined with that, the two of you can have each a room for you with you and your child, a very nice bathroom, a very nice kitchen, and a living area, safe and secure area. So you don't need just to think, what about only me and I can't afford it? Because remember, you can actually share that accommodation. In 5 years or 10 years from now, you can sell that property. You can use that money as a deposit to buy your second property. So with saving 1,000 Rand with a first home finance subsidy, I'm going to give you a little bit of information that the subsidies were also increased April 2022. So now, as a guide, it works on a sliding scale. The less that you earn, the more is your subsidy. So on 10,000 Rand, you can get 122,000 Rand subsidy. On 1586, on 22,000 Rand a month, which is the cap, 38,000 Rand. So this is the money that you have in your hand as a first-time buyer to add to assist you with your buying of your property. So here are the criteria. You must have a home loan approved, but remember, I'm going to tell you now a little bit of a way to get around that. You must earn between 3,501 Rand and 22,000 Rand. And you must also have a financial dependent and be a South African citizen. Luckily, the home loan approved was removed from the subsidies. they de-linked the subsidies from home loans. In the past, it only used to be you have to get a home loan from either of the banks. You can still qualify for that. But in April 2022, they de-linked the home loans from the subsidies. Now you can also get a benefit from a pension fund, a Stokvel loan, a government employment housing scheme, employee assistance, unsecured loans, and also what is music to my ears, an installment sale and rent to own, because this is what we do on a regular basis. So all of a sudden you don't have to qualify for a home loan anymore. If you have your own money, if you have your own savings, if you have money from a pension fund, you can use that money as well to back up your subsidy and improve your buying power with that. So a good way that I had to, a couple of days ago, when I had a client that actually forgot or didn't know about the subsidy. And we assisted this person and they got 96,000 Rand paid back into a home loan. So if you have any family members, any friends that recently bought a property, make contact with them and tell them that they may qualify for the subsidy. It's almost like winning the lotto and you didn't even know because you didn't even buy a ticket. But we can assist with a retrospective or a late subsidy application. So the next steps, Jacques, I'm going to ask you to take him through this online program, how to sign up, what to do. I'm going to click through and you can just do the discussion. So on the registration, please.
Hi everyone. Apologies for my camera not working, that you can't see my face, but you will have seen in the chat. I've sent a link where you can visit this page. It's our risk rating or credit portal. You basically just put in your name, your surname, your email address, your number, and you create a password. You accept the terms and conditions and you register. The moment that you register, you'll get an indication on what your risk rating is like, what type of subsidy you qualify for, what type of home loan you qualify for. We then take that information into account once we go. If your rating or score or anything like that isn't good, and it looks like you might get despondent or you feel like, okay, great, this is not going to work for me, don't worry. We're using this data. Remember our mandate at the start. This is not the end of the road. There's multiple options. You can expect a call from one of our personal trainers, one of our assessment experts, and they'll discuss your options in real time based on that pre-qualification. For those of you that is in a better financial position, you will then have an opportunity to discuss your options in terms of how do you proceed to becoming a homeowner. As Maya mentioned, home ownership is a very personalized journey. What we're here to do is to assist you, to empower you, to help you make the right decisions, to ensure that your biggest asset becomes something that it really is, your biggest asset, and not your biggest debt or your biggest headache or anything like that. This portal is a start. So everyone, I want to motivate you to please continue this. We're going to use this to make suggestions to the municipality in terms of what type of housing Clutisville and the larger Stellenbosch area needs, what type of housing solutions we need to look in, and some of the stuff that we can then use is this credit portal that you have to complete. Should you have any questions, don't feel bad to bother us. You can then get a indicator, a bond pre-qualification certificate, and a FLISP subsidy voucher, which you can then utilize to get your capability, your money in your pocket type of idea. It's like filling your wallet with something that you know that what you can afford and what you can buy. We've built this software for one of the bigger bond originators, and we've now sort of custom fit it for the market that we work in, and we really try to look at every avenue and every journey that can get you towards your dream of owning a home.
Thanks a lot, Jacques. So really appreciate that. So what we realized is that going back a few years, everybody had to complete a form. You had to then sign the form. You've got to scan it in. Then you've got to send a copy of your ID. So we've made it really simple by going through the process that Jacques just explained. You can sign up on a link. We can identify that you comes from the Clutersville initiative. And from there, we can identify what is your credit score. And as I said, even if your credit score is thin or it's green or red, you know it's already not in a good situation, make contact with us, because our dream and our mission and our plan is to assist everybody, to put them on a journey to help them to own their own property. So what Jacques also created for us is a survey where you can sign up on the Clutersville survey. We'll ask you a couple of questions, and you can find that on the clutershousing.co.za website. And in that, we'll direct you to a
May I
online
would just like to mention, I'm also sharing that survey in the chat for everyone at the moment. So both the survey and the credit link is in the chat. So if you look at the top bottom of the webinar, you can find the link to both the register and the credit check there.
Thanks a lot, Jacques. So what you can do, you can choose your language. We ask you your permission that we can use the information. Again, we also take cognitions of POPI and all that, personal information. And then we're going to ask you what's your name, what's your email address. And if you don't have an email address, you can just put in test@gmail.com. And then we ask you information, how old you are. We have a drop-down menu, so select how old you are. And then we get that information. We also ask you what's the best way to communicate with you, via email, WhatsApp, or cell phone. Then we ask you how much you earn the month before deductions, because this will enable us to work out your subsidy. And we also ask you, what do you think you can pay back if you have to pay back money every month on a home loan? Because that gives us a real reality check. Sometimes people earn 25,000 Rand, but they say, I only want to pay back 4,000 Rand a month, which is much less than your 1/3 that you're going to pay on a home loan if you can qualify for that. But again, it gives an indication what you are comfortable to pay back. So there are quite a couple of questions that are very simple to answer. Go through these questions. At the end, you'll also get the link to do your own credit check. And then from that, we'll say thank you and we'll be in touch with you. And there we'll be directed to the flisp.forme.tech link. And this will take you to your credit score, because your credit score, as we saw now, is really the first either blocker or starting point to enable us to take you to the next level for the home loan. But again, if your credit score is not really what the bank will want, we have a My Budget Fitness personal trainer to help you to go through. There, Jacques explained to you the login, the registration. I'm taking you through something we've done now, but you want to get pre-qualified because you want to get through this process where you get your smart voucher for your subsidy and your bond indicator. And again, I'm now repeating again because it's so critical for us that you must understand your credit score. We're going to help you to improve your score. But once you are pre-qualified, and even if you don't meet that credit criteria, maybe you're orange, maybe you're red, maybe you've got a thin score, our team will be in touch to work out what property can match your buying power, or they'll help you with a free analysis to work out what actually are the points that we need to improve on your credit score, on your affordability. Maybe you've taken up too much debt. Maybe you've bought a car that you first need to pay off, and then we'll take you through. We'll take you through the gym concept that I've explained to you. We'll help you prepare a budget, and we'll take you through a home ownership education where the personal trainer can help you to improve. So some of the stuff you've seen already, but as Jacques discussed with, we have a decision engine that we've created online, and once we understand, we take you to match a property with your budget. We take you through the guided home ownership, and then we take you through that. So that is what we describe as our green process. This is a person that's got a good credit score, affordability, and we match you with a property that matches your budget. But sometimes you find a situation where you are not ready to buy. We have anything, it can take you anything from 6 months to 36 months. There we have a concept, what we call rent to buy. We rolled that program out for the Milk Park project in Bredasdorp. We're busy with big rent to buy project in Gauteng. A week ago we had a discussion with a huge property group that also wants to bring rent to buy properties on the concept that we have to Western Cape. But again, if all else fails and your credit score is not 100% ready yet, then we help you to go through the debt repair, the debt analysis, the debt scorecard improvement. So for us, we really feel Do not leave this conversation without thinking, there is somebody that wants to help me, that can help me, and I'm committed and I want to actually engage with him. So recent projects, I'm going to flip through that quickly. This is where we all worked with the local municipalities. We worked with the government to actually roll out rent-to-buy projects. Jacques has also been very instrumental to help out. Jacques, how many people did you help in Koffiefontein to own houses?
311 people.
So 311 people in the space of, I think it's about 9 months, we assisted there to get them to the home ownership. This is the rent-to-buy program that we launched in Milk Park in Bredasdorp. And there you can see the Minister, Tasha Simmers, they handed out the keys. And this lady was at 55 years old, first time ever in her life that she slept in her own house. And this is what we brought from our My Budget Fitness program. Advisor, offering a one-to-one financial mentorship, that is your personal trainer, compiling a budget, improving your credit worthiness, and dedicated support in a financial institution to help you to qualify for a home loan. This is one of the ladies. I visited her. She was so proud of her house. She showed me that her windowsills was painted a different color, and I asked her, "Yeah, that's really amazing, and how did you do that?" And she said, "I have got a tin of paint on lay-by at the local hardware store, and as soon as I got enough money, I'm going to buy more paint because my whole house will be looking at this." And what it showed to me is that people become proud of their houses. They are beaming of proudness in their houses. I went to everybody in Bredasdorp and I took some videos, some pictures of that, and we've got amazing stories of homeowners to tell. So Bredasdorp, this is where they had the project. Mossel Bay we're helping. In Ebenezer, we're assisting the municipality there to help people to own their houses. And we hope very soon in Cluttersville, we'll also be able to help people to buy their own properties. So to recap, sign up, complete the initial first home finance pre-qualification interview. You can find out how much you can qualify for a subsidy and you receive your email confirmation. Then we're going to validate your information. We're going to then decide or work out for you if you've got a low risk rating, you've got a high risk rating, you've got a medium risk rating, and we'll help you with a free financial assessment. No ties to anything there. You can decide if you want to walk away and you don't want to become a homeowner, but we are there to assist you every step of the way to assist you. And then we have the My Budget Fitness program to help you from A to Z to become a homeowner. We want everybody in our that signs up to receive a first-time buyer subsidy, to get a pre-qualification ticket, because that is your buying power, your money wallet that indicates that you can buy a property for 800 or 400 or 200,000 rand. So that's really much from my side. Thank you very much for all attending. I'm going to stop sharing this, and you are welcome now. We're going to get 5 minutes for questions. And please, everybody, if you have any question, there's nothing like a strange or a funny or even a stupid question, if I may call it like that. Ask your questions, and even afterwards, you're welcome to email us, to WhatsApp us, and to ask these questions. Thanks a lot, Jacques. I want to thank you as well for being here today, assisting. And we've got a couple.
Hi, everyone. I just want to jump in there. If you want to ask a question, please raise your hand and I'll unmute your mic. I don't want it to get out of hand. We're 17 people on the call, so I just want to make sure that we reach everyone. Whilst we're waiting for those raised hands, we've already got one question. What are the biggest challenges for a single parent when applying for a home loan compared to dual income buyers?
Obviously, a single income, people quite often when they want to buy a property, they complain that they were beaten by a dual household income, because obviously people, one party earns 15,000 rand, the other one 10, that makes 25,000 rand, and it means that they can qualify for a bigger home loan. So obviously those are your barriers that you have. You only got one source of income. But the good news is that if you qualify for a first home finance subsidy and you have a child or a person that you look after financially, you can then also add that subsidy as a deposit, and that can improve your chances to qualify for to actually be able to buy for more because you add your home loan, you add your subsidy, and that gives you a better home loan. Or you can subtract it from your purchase price, and then you need to qualify for a smaller home loan, which helps you with income. Jack, I see there's one question where somebody tried to get the OTP and they didn't get that. So if you can maybe just go into the system and look into that and give direct feedback to somebody that got stuck with the system. Then there's another question, if you have any other types of housing, well, that's maybe if you want.
I've already answered the questions.
You've answered already there. Thanks a lot.
So anyone else that's got a question, please raise your hand. You'll see at the top there's a little hand button that you can just raise your hand and I'll unmute your mic.
Thanks a lot. We'll give it 1 or 2 minutes time. Jock, thanks a lot. Anything that you take out here, Jock, today that you want to add to the discussion?
Just want to motivate everyone. Please complete the online tools. I know it can seem tedious. This information is something that we're really going to utilize to find solutions. There's been some very fruitful engagement on social media with some of the participants where we've picked up that some people might struggle with the home loan and the home finance process. Please complete the survey so that we can take that information back to the municipality as part of our report, so that we can look and see if we can't find other unique type of solutions, and that we have that information at hand so that we've got a view of what the housing problem might look like in Clutisville.
Thanks. Jeffrey, you part of the team very much. Jock, can you unmute Jeffrey, that he can maybe give us some feedback on the sessions that he also assisted with and led. So Jeffrey, thanks a lot for your input as well. You've been very helpful in all the meetings and engagements and discussions. So Jeffrey, good evening. Thanks a lot.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Yes, we've seen many people in Stellenbosch or in Clutisville, and we've helped them to put their foot into the doorway so that they can start this process. As Mayor said, the most important thing is that credit score. And remember, the credit score is just a numerical value. It's a number that is given to you, which reflects all those various criteria that Mayor spoke about. And you need to get your credit score up there in the mid 600s. That's where your aim should be. So we look forward to seeing some of you when you actually do your applications. But I encourage you not to let this opportunity go by. It's not often that you get an opportunity like this, so grab it with both hands. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks a lot, Jeffrey, and I really want to thank you for your enthusiasm and your creativity. You've interviewed a couple of people and they also did 1 or 2 videos for us. So thanks a lot for the team. Jock, Jeffrey, thank you very much. I'm going to say goodbye. There will be a recording available of this afterwards. But thanks everybody for being there tonight, taking some time to be here. And we hope that we can help everybody to own their own house. Thank you very much and have a good evening.